What's up, everybody? We're back at it. Just a quick little intro real quick. Today's video is going to be the best builds for Pro-Am. This video is going to be like the build guide. It's going to be timestamped: point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. And then I'm going to go ahead and break down what positions that you guys should be running for your Pro-Am teams. I'm going to give you guys a couple of different options because I know everybody's play style is different, but this video is going to 100% make your Pro-Am team better. Make sure that you share this video with your teammates so you guys can be out there on the best builds possible. And without further ado, let's get right into this action. Make sure you smash that like button and drop a comment. All right, so this is going to be like a build video that I've never done before. Okay, normally in these build videos I give you guys specific builds, but in today's video we're just going to talk about exactly how you guys should be making your builds. I'm obviously going to make a build for you, but we're going to talk through a couple of different options that you guys should do. So we're going to start with the point guard position. Now, for the height, okay, this is really important for you guys to understand. This is an important concept. You could be anywhere from 5'7". Now realistically I wouldn't go 5'7", I go 5'8". So you could really be 5'8" to 6 foot. Okay, I would not go over 6 foot. I would not get into that 6'1", 6'2", 6'3" range, not at the point guard position. Realistically, the meta for this game currently is the 5'8" to 6 foot point guard, and typically it's going to be minimum weight. Now, you guys know that on the build that I made that has Hall of Fame clamps, I messed around with the weight and put it at like 153 so I could get the clamps, but you guys have to play around with it in that aspect to get what you want. But realistically, speed is what matters. So if you're one of these shorter point guards, you're going to want to play around with your weight and get it to go up a little bit to where you don't lose speed. But if you're on like a 6 footer, okay, you're gonna want to have a minimum weight at all times. As you guys can see, the difference between 5'9" and 6 foot is I have a 99 speed, so I can come up and not be minimum weight and come up to, let's say, 147. That way I still have weight and I still have a 99 speed and a 99 acceleration. For the wingspan, realistically guys, you have to play around with it and pick what you would want. I would not run minimum wingspan. I think it's really useless in the Pro-Am setting. You really need to make sure that you have some sort of wingspan. If you're going on one of these 5'8" to 5'9" builds, you kind of want to make sure that your ball handling is at a 99 so you can keep that 99 ball handling and keep that Hall of Fame unpluckable. But realistically guys, if you're not going to have Hall of unpluckable, you should have a decent wingspan. So we're going to make a 6 foot build to start today. I already have 5'8" builds on the channel, so we're going to make a 6 foot build for something different. As you guys can see, for the wingspan and stuff, I don't want to go too high because I don't want to lose out on the threshold and lose my 3 too small. So we're going to go 6 foot with a 6'2" wingspan, 155 for the weight. Body shape is solid. Something you guys can note too is that if you were to go up 1 on your wingspan, you could get contact dunks. That's something that you're going to have to play around with, and that's something that you can easily choose to do. I'm not going to do it personally because you're not going to get a lot of contact dunks unless you have a 90 plus driving dunk, so I kind of think it's useless. Now let's go ahead and get into the stuff that matters. For Pro-Am, it is nice to have driving dunk on. I know I've made builds without driving dunk, and I know that's not for everybody. Obviously for me, when I have a 99 speed, a 99 acceleration, I don't really need driving dunk because I'm getting so many threes up. But it is good to have. It's definitely good to have a driving dunk just to keep the defense honest. It makes it where they can't just double you at the three-point line. They have to respect your drive as well. So I would just put your driving dunk to about an 80, okay? 80 is going to get you guys the majority of good dunk animations, and that's really all you need. From here, I would go ahead and max your three-pointer out, guys. On a point guard build in Pro-Am, you're always going to want to have a max 3, and then that's going to drag your close shot up a little bit, but that's okay. That's because the midi and 3 are linked. But for Pro-Am, guys, you're a point guard. You want to make sure that your 3 ball is as high as you can because that's how you're going to beat other teams. From here, your free throw, it doesn't really matter what you put your free throw at. I've seen people make free throws with a 50. Obviously it's not ideal, and you don't want to sell your team game on the line if you have a 50 free throw. So I would go ahead and at least make sure that my free throw is at a 70 so they can respect you. Okay, that's something that you guys want to understand. You don't want to have teams feel like they can foul you in late game situations, and you don't want to cost your team by missing easy free throws. From here, pass accuracy. I've struggled to know whether or not I want to run Hall of Fame bullet or run gold bullet. Now, I've played with both, and I don't really notice a huge difference. Obviously, percentage-wise, people have tested it. They say that Hall of Fame bullet is better. But when I'm playing with it in the actual game, it doesn't feel significant enough for me to want to sacrifice too much on that end. So it kind of depends on what your role defensively is going to be. So let me go ahead and transition to defense real quick. Are you going to be somebody that's guarding the hash, or are you going to guard a corner? Some teams, the point guard guards hash, other teams, the point guard guards corner. If you're guarding corner, then rock that Hall of Fame bullet passer because you're not really going to need anything else. But if you're guarding hash, what I would do is I would do it like this. And I know most point guards are going to guard hash. I would go with the 85 pass accuracy so you can get gold bullet. I would get that ball handle up to about a 90. 2. Now let's talk speed with ball for a second, okay? That is a non-discussion. You cannot even discuss this. Your speed with ball needs to always be max, okay? You always want to have a max speed with ball because it's literally your speed with ball and your point guard, okay? So in order for you to get open, in order for you to cook your defenders, you need to have your speed with ball up. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to put our perimeter defense to about a, let's see, I say we go with a 76 because that's the threshold for silver clamps. Obviously, if you guys want to have the gold pick Dodger, you can go up, but we're just going to go with the silver clamps threshold. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and get a 90. And again, this becomes a preference thing too, because do you care to have half pickpocket? Somebody like me, I do. So I would want to have a 96. But the non-negotiable, okay, is you need to have a 90 on for pro. And you need to have a half interceptor on no matter what you do, okay? Half interceptor is a no-brainer. You have to have it on. It's not even worth the discussion, okay? So you have to have that on. And then from here, boom, 94 speed, 94 acceleration, 99 stamina. Is there ways that you could play around with this and make it a little better? I'm sure. The whole point of this video though is I want to give you guys a template, okay? A lot of times you guys watch my videos and you make my builds and you kind of mix them up to fit your own playstyle. In today's video, we're talking about Pro-Am specific, and I want to give you guys the things that you need to have on for Pro-Am. Now, as a point guard, okay, in Pro-Am, I would probably run team ratings boost because when somebody has play badge, you know, hey, if they get an open pass, they're going to make all their shots. So you're not going to want to help off of them too much. And as you guys can see, we have built a 3-point playmaker. Really, really good point guard build for Pro-Am. Now let's talk shooting guards, okay? It's important to note that there's 2 different styles of shooting guards that you guys can run, okay? You guys can run a scoring guard shooting guard, or you can run the meta, which is having a lock on the hash, and he plays the shooting guard rule for you. So it kind of boils down to, do you have a point guard that you're comfortable with giving you bucks? If you're not, then you probably should make another scoring guard. If you're confident in your point guard and you want to run the best lineup possible, you should be running a lock on your hash. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how you can kind of make a lock that's still going to give you guys buckets, okay? So look, for the height, 6'6" for the height, 180 for the weight, and then a 7'1" wingspan, okay? That's probably the best way you can do this because, again, you're a ball handler on this build, but you're also playing the lockdown role. So that's something that you guys definitely want to keep in mind. For the driving dunk, put it at about a 90. Now, this is something that I want you guys to understand. You can go up 2 points and you can get contact dunks, but you're also going to have to put your vertical up. So you're going to have to give, okay? It's not easy to get contact dunks in this game, number 1. Contact dunks don't really trigger that much. They're kind of overrated unless you have a 99 driving dunk. The build that I made that had a 99 driving dunk, he gets a contact dunk every single play. But other than that build, you don't really see a lot of contact dunks going on, especially not in Pro-Am when there's a million players moving around, dropping, baiting you and all that stuff. So if you want to sacrifice to get the contact dunks, you can, but I don't really think it's worth it. Now from here, 70 on the mid-range. Okay, that's really all you need. You don't need higher than a 70. Make sure you watch your close shot because your close shot will go up with your mid-range. They're linked. I don't know how that makes any sense, but they are. Max your three-pointer as always. And then for the free throw, we're going to rock with a 70. Okay, a 70 free throw is going to be more than enough for you guys to make your free throws. Pass accuracy, here we go. 85 on the pass accuracy. Again, if you guys want to go all the way up to get Hall of Fame bullet passer, I'm not mad at you at all, but you're going to have to sacrifice in the lot in order to do it. 85 on the ball handle, and then a max speed with ball. From here, a 90 perimeter, okay? 90 on the perimeter, 97 on the steal. You guys are more than welcome to go with a 96 steal as well if you don't care about ball stripper. And then let's go max speed, max acceleration, and then a 94 stamina. Now, you guys can max your stamina out too if you want, but as you guys can see, we obviously have a little bit more to play around with. This is basically all of your basic fundamentals, okay? You have your speed, you have your acceleration, you have your stamina, you have your 3, you have your ball handling, you have your ability to dunk. You have pretty much all the basic things that you need, and now you can find something that's tailor-made to your game. So as you guys can see, we could get bullet passer at this point if you guys wanted to. That's something that you can keep in mind. We could also, as a lock, go out and get blocks so we can get better jump shot contests. That's something that you guys should be keeping in mind as well. You can get rebound. So you have a lot of things to play around with, but as a shooting guard, this pretty much has everything that you guys need. So what I would do at this point is I'd probably drop that block to about a 70. Actually, we can go ahead and get it to a 71. And this is a really, 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 really good way to run a shooting guard build. This is how you maximize the best possible lineup, because instead of running another smaller guard that's not going to be as impactful on defense and just having a more scoring shooting guard, you're going to be able to run a bigger small forward, aka the double power forward lineups, the most toxic lineup to play against in Pro-Am. This build will allow you to do something like that. The My Player build is complete, and as you guys can see, we have built a two-way three-point playmaker. That's something that you guys want to keep in mind, man. Does your point guard need that extra scoring guard? If he does, you should make another point guard build. You should be running 2 of the glitchy point guard builds so you guys can get buckets. But if you have a good point guard, a point guard that you guys are confident in, if you guys have somebody that you know is going to get you guys buckets, he's going to make big plays, then you should be looking to get the best possible lineup advantage, and you do that by putting a lockdown that can make plays on your hash. Now at this point, we're at the small forward, and again, we're creating the most toxic meta lineup possible. So you're not even going to actually make a small forward. Your small forward is going to be made from the power forward position. The hand does not matter. The jersey number does not matter. Now, what we're going to make right here is we're going to make a back end pick and roll defender, okay? So what you guys are going to do, you're either going to go 6'7" or 6'8", okay? What you guys have to do is look at the speed, maybe even 6'9". Actually, we're going to go ahead and rock with the 6'9". We're just going to go ahead and be as toxic as we could possibly be. Honestly, scratch that. We're going to go with 6'10", okay? 6'10", minimum weight, maximum wingspan. For the body shape, it does not matter. I would pick the one that takes up the most space, so I'm going to go with build. Low key, guys, I always say body shape doesn't matter, but when it comes to these small forward, power forward, and center builds, when you look bigger, you're more intimidating defensively. I'm telling you. I'm not making that up. It's just 100% a fact. So what you're going to need on this player is you're going to need the ability to driving dunk and the ability to standing dunk. You don't need to go ahead and put 99 on your standing dunk. You're not going to get standing contacts, guys. Do not waste precious upgrade points on doing something like that. Max out your 3, and then you can really get your mid-range to about a 70. That's all you're going to need to make all your shots. 70 free throw, again, is the sweet spot. Now let's talk pass accuracy. Again, you cannot get Hall of Fame bold on this build, so you're going to go ahead and take that to 85, and you're not going to touch the rest of this. Now, this is where I start losing people, because people are like, Choc, you can't make plays on this type of build. Brother, you get ripped no matter what in this game. If you guys have played this game, if you're not a point guard build with a 90 plus speed, you're going to get ripped. So you don't need to waste precious upgrade points on your ball handling and on your speed with ball. Play your role. One thing about Pro-Am is the best teams have players that are bought into their role and play their role. You should not be trying to make plays. My power forward in Pro-Am loves to try to make plays, and it doesn't do anything for you. So don't waste your time doing something like that. Now we can get into the nitty gritty, which is maxing out our defense. That's going to give us a huge positional advantage, maxing out our speed, acceleration, stamina, and vertical. Okay, boom. And we still have a lot of upgrade points left over. Now, this is really the basic fundamental principles of what you guys need to have. These are the non-negotiables, okay? You need to make sure that you have the max 3, max defense, max physicals. Vertical does matter. You want to get all your rebounds. So from here, you're going to go ahead and do things that fit your game. If you guys want to go get some ball handling, I don't see the point of having a 73 ball handling, but if that's what you guys want to do, be my guest. What I would personally do from here is I would probably go ahead and get that midi up so I can get a couple more shooting badges. You guys can see that took us to 21 shooting badges. From there, I would probably put my standing dunk to a 99 just because we have the luxury to do so. And I'll put that close shot up, and then we have a little bit of free throw left over. So that is 20, 21, 12, 33. This is a phenomenal back end pick and roll defender, guys. A 99 block, a 78 steal, 90, and then a very good speed at 6'10". You're not going to allow your teammates to die. You have a lot of badges to choose from. I would not pick the sharp badges. They're kind of useless. I would either go lock, rim protector, or glass badge. It really doesn't matter. Pick the one that fits you. We're going to go with perimeter badge drop. Why not drop your opponent's badges a little bit? And as you guys can see, we have built a versatile paint beast. These are the basic things that you want to have as a fundamental back end pick and roll defender. I'm telling you guys, we are making a crazy lineup. Wait till you guys see what I have in store for the power forward. Now we're going to make our actual power forward. Okay, this is going to be a corner defender that you're going to need to make your shots and play his role. Now, this is where stuff starts mattering. Okay, for the height, you can go anywhere from 6'10" to even 7 foot, guys. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. A 73 speed at 7 foot is not bad. In my opinion, this is probably the best way to do a corner, but I'm not mad at you guys if you want to go 6'10". But I mean, I'm going to be honest with you guys, if you're really looking here, there's not a huge difference between the speed at 7 foot and the speed at 6'10", but you're going to be a lot bigger in the corner. On the back end pick and roll, I would say that little bit of speed advantage does matter, but for this actual corner defender, I would go with 7 foot, guys. Minimum weight, maximum wingspan. 7 foot with a 7'10" wingspan out of the corner is going to be absolutely crazy. Again, we're going to pick the biggest body shape possible so he can cover as much floor as possible, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the stuff that matters. The driving dunk, go ahead and max that out. max out your 3, get your mid-range to a 70, and get your free throw to a 70. Again, right now we're just starting off with the necessities. 85 on the pass accuracy. You guys should never be playing pro-am without gold bullet passer. You are setting your teammates up if you are doing something like that. Max out your defense, okay? Boom. Max defense, 34 defensive badges. Max out your physicals. Boom. 89 overall at this point. You guys have max physicals. And then you guys really have the opportunity to do, again, pick what you guys want to do, just like on the last build. So boom, we're going to go ahead and get our standing dunk all the way up to 99 because we have the luxury to do so. We're going to max out our mid-range because that's going to give us a few more shooting badges. And then from here, I would probably put the last on close shot and driving layup to go ahead and secure you guys 24 finishing, 21 shooting, 13 playmaking, 34 defense. Now, if you guys did not listen to the breakdown on the small forward, I'm going to go ahead and explain to you guys why I don't do ball handling. It's just pointless, guys. Let me go ahead and show you real quick. There's no point in having a 58 ball handling. You're going to get ripped every single time. That's just something that you guys need to keep in mind. This is really the best way to make a power forward build that's going to be impactful and give you a positional advantage. Most teams that you're playing versus are going to have power forwards that are anywhere from 6'7" to 6'10". You guys are 7 foot. Okay, you're 7 foot, you're just as fast as them, you can do everything that they can, and if you guys are running this type of lineup, you're going to absolutely dominate the class. Your team is going to be dominating the class. It's giving you guys positional advantages all the way around, and that's what Pro-Am is all about. Pro-Am is about having that positional advantage to where, hey, yeah, a team could be slightly better than you. You could be playing a team that maybe has a little bit more stick skill than you, but you guys are on the better builds that are going to give you guys more of a chance to win the game. When you guys run a lineup like this, you're going to get more rebounds than the other team. You're probably going to get more stops than the other team. And that's going to give you guys an opportunity to beat teams that normally you probably would not be able to beat. Now let's talk center here, guys. The absolute anchor of a team. And this really becomes a preference thing. Let's go ahead and talk about the height. The height could be anywhere from 7 foot, 7'1", 7'2", even up to 7'3", guys. When you drop your minimum weight, a 7'3" is really not that bad. They're not as slow as they felt in years past. I probably would not do that though. I would stick between the 7'1" and 7'2" range to be on the safe side. Since we're already such a tall team, I want to make sure that we have that 70 speed, which you cannot get at 7'2". So we're going to go 7'1", 220 with a 7'11" wingspan. The body shape does not matter, but we're going to go ahead and go with built because we want to take up as much space as possible. But 70 speed for all of your players on the court is absolutely insane. You guys are a very, very tall team. Get that driving dunk up, okay? Get the popper up, okay? A lot of you guys don't realize, if you guys can put 3 on your build, why not? Why not put the 3 on your build to give your point guard a little bit more help if he may need it? You might not need to pop, right? So for example, a guy like me, I don't really like playing with a popping center, okay? I don't like when my centers pop, but it's good to have, guys. It's really good to have. And as you guys can see, we can get that popping aspect and we don't lose anything in the process, okay? We still have so much room left over to upgrade stuff. So boom. This is the necessities, guys. You got your standing dunk, you got your driving dunk. We're gonna go ahead and get that close shot up while we're at it too. So boom, 25. Oh, oof. I made a crucial mistake, guys. Very, very, very dumb, but it will take me about 4 seconds to fix. Okay, look at how easy it was to get free throw up, guys. Free throw is so easy to get up this year. So it's like, even if you're not like a heavy pro-am player, there's no point to not have it up because it's not hard at all and you don't have to sacrifice really anything for it. But we're not going to upgrade the ball handling. We're not going to upgrade the speed with ball. It's literally pointless because we're going to get ripped anyways if we do that. We are going to add shooting. Now here's the deal. If you don't want to have the popping aspect at all, you can get rid of the 3, you can get rid of the mid-range, and you guys will be absolutely fine by putting up the post control and putting up other things. But it's nice to have that popping ability. If your point guard is boxed, he can't get anything going, it's always nice to have him try to turn the corner, go for a dunk, you pop to the 3-point line, and then the team just has to respect you a bit more. So 24, 16, 14, 35. This is a really, really good way to build a center at 7'1". The takeovers don't matter. Pick the takeovers that fit your team. And as you guys can see, we've built a 2-way facilitator, and our lineup is toxic, guys. This is arguably the most toxic lineup in 2K. You have giants all over the court. You have really the meta lineup, guys. This is the absolute meta lineup for Pro-Am. There's not really a better Pro-Am lineup out there. So look guys, that is the end of today's video guys. If you guys came to this video looking for the best possible Pro-Am lineup, the best possible Pro-Am builds, the best way to make a team to never lose in Pro-Am, you guys came to the right place and you guys are walking away with just that. Make sure that you guys share this video with your teammates guys. If they have a sucky build, they need to watch this because maybe they don't get it coming from you. Maybe when you guys tell them, yeah man, your 6'6" power forward is not gonna cut it, maybe they don't get it. But when you hear it coming from somebody else and you hear the logic behind it, guys, they might make the better build and it will help your team win. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. Thank you guys so much for your support so far in NBA 2K22. I appreciate you guys. And as always, it's your boy Choc. Stay tuned for more, and I'm out. Peace.